Evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to be making N as in Nancy 6719. This one. I have some of it cut. I don't know. I think I had gotten that huge order and I pushed it aside and I forgot all about it till I was cleaning off my table again. So we will work on this one tonight. You need 6 half-inch buttons, some 1/4-inch wide elastic. So we'll get started. Like I said, some of it's cut out. I don't know. And then we have to make tucks. And you're going to need interfacing also. So let me get the first piece, which is number 1 and number 2. Number 2 is interfacing, and we have to put that on the front edge. So let me get that all set up. Okay, come over to your ironing board. And there's a notch here, but you're gonna lay your interfacing right down here and iron it on. And do your other side. Okay, get yourself a marking pen, and with your number 1 pattern, lay it down and match up everything. So we're gonna have 6 tucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So with your marking pen, go along and mark your first 12 lines on the top. And then move it up a little, keeping it even, and mark your bottom. Okay, then get yourself a ruler. I only have my big one right now. Make your lines. And you're going to have to do this on both sides of the bodice. Now what you're going to do is take this line and bring it to this line and sew. And then take this line to that line and sew. And keep going that way. So you'll have something like this. Something like that. Okay, let me get the first one done. And then I have to mark the other one, and then I'll be back. And then you want to press these toward your tucks, towards your armpit. Okay, let me get my other one done. And I'll be right back. Maybe I can show you better here. So you have this line and this line. You're going to bring this line up to this one. And sew it right on that line. And once you get done sewing, take not this one, but the next one, and fold it on top of that line. And sew it. And just keep going down. Okay, now we're going to baste on the top and the bottom of where we made those tucks. Okay, so just baste that, and I'll be right back. Get your piece number 3, and we're gonna stay stitch the neckline. Now there's 2 pieces. One's gonna be the lining and one's gonna be your back. So stay stitching is just make your, just a regular stitch. Can make it a little bit longer. And then put your machine back to where your regular setting is. Okay, then get your front bodice piece. There's 2 of them. And you're gonna sew them to your back. So just line up your notches. In 5/8. And I'll be right back. Okay, once you have that done, you're gonna sew up your sides. So come over to your sides, match your notches, and sew 5/8. Then come over to your ironing board and just press open all your seams. Then we need piece 4 and 5. And And I might have to cut those out. I thought I had them, but I might not, so I'll have to check. Okay, so get all this pressed out and grab your 4 and 5. And I'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to get piece 4 and 5. One piece is 5. And then you have 2 pieces of 4. So on each side of the 5, you're going to put a 4. There is some notches here. And then on 4, there's a couple dots. After I get it, well, I'm going to mark them now just so I know. And I'll be right back. Okay, get your number 5 piece. And take one of your number 4s. And sew this together at 5/8. And then get you another piece. And sew that. Okay. Let me turn this around. There we go. Okay. And sew these at 5/8, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to go over to the iron. And with right sides together, we're going to fold this in half. And press it. So get that done. Open up your seams. Okay, let me get this done. Okay, once you have that done, you're just going to sew up your ends. And then you're just going to turn your ends out. Like this. I got my little pointer thing. Okay, now you're going to go back to the iron and press all this. And then we get to do the fun thing and baste the raw edges. So come back over here. Turn this way now. And get everything even. Because this is your ruffle. Okay, let me get this done. And I'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to just baste these raw edges together. Just wanted to get my corner a little bit better. So baste all along this raw edge, and I'll be right back. At this point, before I baste, I am going to put my marks, my dots in. So you know your ends are 4. So this is 4. Let's see. And remember, you did your stitch. Okay. And then turn it around and do the same thing. Okay, go to your other end where your 4 is and do the same thing. That's where my stitch is. Okay, let me check if there's one on 5. No. Okay. And we'll probably have to come back and mark our shirt. But just go ahead and baste this. Okay, now we are going to gather all this. So I know my gathering foot will not work with the double material. So I'm just gonna get the butcher twine and do the zigzag thing. So if you haven't seen me do this before, I just get some butcher string and I put it right there and I zigzag all the way down. So let me get that done and get a cup of coffee and I'll be right back. Come back to your table and get your front piece. Let me see where my table's getting all messed up again. Oh, there it is. Okay. And there's a couple dots you're gonna make. Just get this even. Okay. This is going to be your neckline. Okay, we have one here. And there is one here. And then do your other side. So just match up the notches. You're going to have to bring your piece over because you've already done all the tucks. my middle. All right, now get your ruffle. And what I usually do is I fold it in half and I make my middle notch, or not a notch, but a line here, just so I know that I'm pretty even. Okay. Now we're gonna gather and pin all this. So start gathering it. And we're gonna have to baste this on too. So I usually just pull it down till I hit my middle part. Let's see if I can find it. Over here. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna start pinning this. And let me get my camera down. I keep forgetting. I keep moving it. Okay. This dot is gonna be to this dot. Because see, this is gonna be, have another backing on it, so that will be closed up. So just kind of get that where that needs to be and pin it. Okay, your next dot right here is gonna go right here, right at this corner. So you know you have to take up more. And there's my dot. So I'm gonna do that right at the corner. So I still gotta take up a little bit more. Okay, there's my dot right there. Okay. And let me see. Okay, my middle. I just want to put my middle in. Okay, my middle's going to be right here. And there should be another dot for the shoulder. And I'm sure I have it. I just can't find it at the moment here. But I'll find it. But just keep going around just like this and pinning it, and then we're going to baste it. So just keep, pulling your basting. And you want to get it even. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, where the seam of your number 4 is your shoulder seam. So just pin that and just keep going around. So once you have it all pinned up, you're gonna baste this. And I usually just kind of pull it and be sure everything looks pretty even. So go ahead and baste this on again. And I'll be right back. Okay, there's 2 9s and 1 10. So the same way that we did the ruffle, you're gonna sew a 9 here, a 10, and a 9. Okay, so get that done. And once you have that done, we're gonna gather. Now, I'm gonna use my gathering foot because this is only single, and I think it'll work. If I can find it. If I can get it out. Okay. So from the front notch here all the way down to your next notch, you're gonna gather. So let me get this done. Okay, you're gonna have to get your pattern. Okay, now there is a full line for interfacing, and then a full line for interfacing, and then a fold line for facing. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is turn the front edge of the skirt to the inside along the fold line for interfacing. The 9 and 10 are now referred to as a skirt, just so you know. So go to your sewing machine, fold the line for your interfacing, and press it. And then you have to baste it close to the inner edge. And that will be, the basting will be removed when the top is finished. So let me go over here. Okay, I thought I had the camera on for this next step. I didn't. So what you're gonna do is 9. Okay, once you have that interfacing done, you're gonna turn this to the outside. Let me see if I can move my... Okay, let's see. And you're gonna fold it where that fold line is, but on the right side. Let me get the camera down a little bit better. Okay. Then you're gonna sew a 5/8 seam across. And then you're gonna turn it back. And then you're gonna stitch your hem all the way. So I might be able to show you better and you can follow with your instructions. You turn the facing inside along. Okay, right here. So turn your lower edge to the outside along the fold line. You're going to stitch exactly 5/8 from the lower edge right here. And then you're going to trim the facing close to the stitching, so you're taking out like a little notch. And then you're going to turn it back inside. And then you will see where you can start to do your bottom hem. So I hope that helped. If not, I might have to pull it out and do it again to show you. But if you have any problems, just text me or, you know, put a comment in and I'll try to explain it better. Okay, so this piece now is referred to as the skirt. So this is going to be all gathered and it'll be, you know, like around. Okay. Now we're going to pin the skirt to the lower edge of the bodice, matching our center side seams, notches, small dots, and just do your gathering up and match everything up on the bottom, this bottom piece. So this is gonna be on like this, but gathered. So do all that and I'll be right back. I got so many basting threads, I don't even know which one is what now. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so start gathering this part up and you're gonna pin it to your upper part. I just gotta find my it's right there. Okay, so just start gathering, matching your notches and your dots, and pin this, and we get to baste again. A lot of basting in this one. I didn't realize how much basting there was. Okay, so just baste this, get everything matched up, and I'll be back. Get your number 1. And there is a dot down here that you need to make, because that is where this piece is gonna go. So get over onto the other number 1 here. And just mark it. And that's where you're gonna stop. Okay, everybody, it's getting a little late and my eyes are getting tired. So there'll be a part 2 to this, because we still have to do a bunch of we still have to put the lining and just get everything together with the bodice. And then we have to put the sleeves on. We have to make buttonholes. So I'm going to call it a night tonight, and I'll pick it up in the morning. And so the part 2 should be a little bit shorter than what this is. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, Lordy. All this basting's just getting my eyes crazy. But anyways, you know, please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And that's about it. I'm gonna hit the sack. So you all have a good night.